Well, all week long, we've been highlighting different sectors of the market to find some under-the-radar stocks for your portfolio. Today, we're getting the word on the street on pharma. Althea Young of Cantor Fitzgerald joins us now. You've got some really interesting picks here. I guess let's just get started with Gilead. Why is this a pick that we should all pay attention to?
Well, Gilead over the years has been an HIV company predominantly, and they had remdesivir, but actually they've been investing heavily in their portfolio, and they're starting to yield the benefits of that over the next 12 months. They have some major readouts in hematology and oncology over the next 3 to 6 months, realistically. And I think if those readouts, which we are positive on, read out positively, I think the stock will re-rate and people refocus on Gilead as more than an HIV company.
Very interesting one there. And your price target on this one?
It is in the 89, I believe.
Okay, 89 and the overweight for Gilead there. And then let's move on to the next one, Sarepta. Overweight here, price target 128.
Yep. So Sarepta for me, they have 3 assets in the commercial already available, and they have broad platform technology with gene therapy and muscular dystrophy, and gene therapy and another muscular dysfunction called limb-girdle. So it is $7 billion plus in market cap, but they have a base valuation of a franchise that's selling $500 million plus, and they have major swings and shots on goal for these other gene therapy products over the near term.
Let's get to the juicy one, Alethea. We've been teasing it all show. Which of your stocks has 130% upside?
I believe, that's TG Therapeutics. I have another one as well. It's like a 100% upside today as well. And so we can talk about TG Therapeutics.
TG first.
Yeah, let's do TG. So TG Therapeutics, they have a drug that's approved called Euconix for 2 indications in hematology. And the stock pulled back, and they also have a drug that's about to be approved in multiple sclerosis next year. And then they have another indication for CLL reading out that will be approved likely next year as well. Now, the stock was very, very strong. If you look at the chart, the stock pulled back a lot. Number one, people thought there were kind of lack of catalyst over this year. And then the company, people were confused by the comments on the quarterly call. They kind of thought the company was only going to be able to sell $1 billion in 2025 when that's not peak. That's just progress. And so the peak is much wider than that. And so I think there was a tremendous disconnect. We've been working and talking to clients about this a lot. And so I think the stock heading into 2022 is really well set up to outperform. I mean, it's a de-risked commercial story that has very, very robust data.
Yeah, TG, it looks like down 40% year to date, but an upside of 132% by your calculation. Okay, so then we'll go on to the one that you believe has 100% upside. This is Bicycle Therapeutics.
Yeah, well, Bicycle, they are an oncology company, and I'm excited about them because they had data yesterday with 2 programs. One was for this target in Nectin-4 and another target FAA2, which you guys probably have not heard of, but they're 2 important cancer targets. And the early proof of concept data looked very interesting. Bicycle's $1 billion market cap, maybe $1.2 billion today after a little bit of the stock going up. And I mean, basically one of the drugs, the Nectin-4 program they have would be T8009, can compete potentially with this drug Padcev, which consensus estimates are like $3 billion. The early phase 1 data looked really interesting, looked a little better than phase 1 Padcev, right? Hard to make cross-trial compares, but the response rate was higher, and this company continues to dose escalate. So I think the stock should have moved up way more than it did, today, but we'll see what happens.
I find this stuff very interesting, this area of the market, and you really sometimes can win with some big swings because these stocks obviously can be very volatile. Alethea Young of Cantor Fitzgerald, thank you very much for joining us here today with
Thank you for having me.